I'm joined by Joyi Chakrabarti. She's the MD at QSC Hapag-Lloyd. Welcome, ma'am. So, diversity is the theme of Maritime SheEO 2023. I would really love to hear about your personal journey. You are a woman in maritime industry, which is a very much male-dominated industry. So, what were those some hurdles that you had faced, and how have you paved a path for other women to follow you in this sector?
Right. Thank you so much, Shuli, for the question. And yes, you are right. Maritime is typically viewed as a male-dominated industry, and hence organizations really do need to do a bit more in addressing diversity, especially in Hapag-Lloyd as an organization. We really have a lot of focus on increasing diversity across teams, across levels, and of course in every part of the geography that we operate in. And how do we do it? Of course, my journey maybe has been a bit easier because I have joined this organization around a couple of years ago. I do come from a banking software industry, right? But the moment I stepped inside, I understood that some of the challenges which women face all over industries are also something that they face here, right? So as an organization, what we do in Hapag-Lloyd is that we really try to ensure equal participation of women candidates in all our internal job postings and also in external candidate searches. We do have leadership programs in place for our young leaders, both globally and also in our regional office. And again, we strive to have equal participation from women leaders in those programs. Our senior management advocates diversity in maybe each and every place when they are addressing employees. Closer to home at our Quality Service Center in India, we have a couple of years ago after I joined, initiated a management trainee program for fresh MBAs. And, happy to see there's been quite some good participation of women there. And for me, it is really encouraging that young women are actually not hesitant enough and they are putting their hesitance behind joining the maritime industry to build their own career.
Okay, great. So let us talk about the CEO commitment that we are talking about here. What is the role of the top management where they are fostering an environment for the women? So do you think that top management has a really pivotal role here where they are actually giving a laying the path for the women who really want to build their careers in the maritime sector? And what are those one or two things where the top management can do differently to foster that kind of ecosystem?
Sure, very, very good question. I think one of the commitments which top management can give is to ensure that they gather everyone in the organization and tell every leader that whenever they have a chance to internally give someone a promotion, right, they should foster equal participation of women. Whenever they are searching for candidates externally, especially in maritime industry, very difficult to find women candidates, right? But senior management should advocate that we should take that extra effort to find those women candidates, right? So that they equally in talent and they can then equally participate along with the men in the interview process and get selected for roles. And I also personally believe that organizations should support women when they are passing through two very critical junctures in their life. Once when they get married and once when they choose to become a mother, right? So I think that is the commitment which needs to be driven top down to the last level of leaders within the organization to promote diversity in the maritime industry.
So these are some of the very difficult decisions that women need to take, whereas men really don't have to, it is not a decision for them, it's already a path that they are leading, right? So what happens when a woman in a top leadership chooses family over the position? Of course, it's a very free will, it's her choice, but do you feel these kind of decisions are actually they turn into obstacles for women and they are not able to shatter that glass ceiling? wherein in today's world we are actually talking about more, empowering the women, and there is a lot of awareness already. But again, when these kind of decisions are to be taken, women actually are in two minds, or they just choose family first. So do you think the companies are building that kind of atmosphere where these decisions are easier for them to make? They are not in a guilt trip if they choose the career over their family, because there's a
No.
psychological impact.
Sure. I mean, again, very, very good question, right? And being a mother as a leader, I have actually gone through their process. And I really think if we think about the current times, many organizations, including ours, offered a hybrid work policy. So it really gives that additional support to the women who actually have to play the role of a mother or a caregiver, not necessarily only a mother at home, right? So, flexible work time, some flexibility around the support that we provide women actually becomes quite important. And I always encourage women that please garner support from your family members, right? That is very critical, and only then a woman could actually continue with their career even when they get married or they choose to become a mother.
And what will you suggest as 2 top skills that every woman in the maritime sector who really want to excel in their careers, build a career in maritime industry should have? And that is something that you are saying from your experience, which you you did not have it, but eventually you actually polished yourself. So what are those 2 skills for women in the maritime?
Well, I think the first one is to believe in yourself. I think that's extremely important. Women typically, compared to men, always have more self-doubts, right? So just building the confidence to ensure that they can do it, they can manage both the career and whatever responsibilities they have at home jointly and equally well, right? That is, I think, is the first guidance that I would want to give every woman who wants to be successful. And of course, build a support system within the organization, right? It's very, very important, especially when, a woman in the maritime industry maybe chooses to become a mother, she would already be a leader. So it's very important to garner support, have a very strong community within the team, with the colleagues, so that they can step in and support during those challenging years when maybe a woman has to really balance both work and their home front.
Thanks a lot. That was an insightful conversation, and we would love to hear from you again. Till then, thank you.
Thank you so much, Shirley. Thank you so much.